In the current lifestyle, travel during Tet holidays, enjoying the New Year's cultural festivals have become the must-do for many people. In large cities such as Hanoi, Da Nang, and Ho Chi Minh City, the increasing number of incoming tourists is proportional to the demand for dining and accommodation. According to the Hanoi Tourism Department, in the 4 days of Ding Dậu 2017 Lunar New Year, the total number of tourists to Hanoi was 230,617, up 7.5% over the same period in 2016, in which the number of foreign visitors was 62,670, increased 15%, and 168,000 domestic visitors, up 5%, and the total revenue from tourism reached 731 billion Vietnam dong, up 10% over the same period in 2016. In particular, the demand for hotel rooms and recreational services during Tet holiday has increased steadily over the years. In response to this demand, every year, hotels are preparing to welcome visitors during Tet, such as upgrading rooms, creating Tet space, and bringing Tet flavor through leisure activities and food in each hotel.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC 10 Net Viet. Currently in big cities, hotels are preparing for the upcoming festive seasons, especially to celebrate Tet holiday. And what can we expect from hotel this season? Please join me in welcoming the General Manager of the Crowne Plaza, West Hanoi, Mr. Barun Jolly, to find out more about this. Thank you, Mr. Barun Jolly, so much for spending time with us.
Okay, thank you first of all for coming. It's an exciting start to the New Year's.
Could you share with us a little bit about yourself to the viewers? How long have you worked in the hotel industry, as well as the time that you have spent here in Vietnam? How do you view on the development of this field?
A little bit about myself. I've been working for hotels for 20 years. I'm an Indian by nationality. I've worked in India, in Indonesia, and I'm very glad to be in Vietnam. I've been working for Crowne Plaza as a brand for the last 10 years. And I think I'm at just the right time to be in Vietnam because the hotel industry in Vietnam is booming. The tourist arrivals are really increasing dramatically year on year. And Hanoi as a city is booming than any other city in Southeast Asia. You know, it's rapidly growing. I mean, we hardly hear about, hotels witnessing the kind of growth we've seen in Hanoi. So I'm like really excited to be here. And I've been here for the last 6 months. So it's a great time to be in Hanoi.
Often hotels have peak and low seasons. So how do hotels balance this?
I think it's a very interesting question. It would normally be very true for hotels across the globe, but I think Hanoi currently is in a very blessed state. For the last 2 years, it's seen exceptional business growth. Normally, we talk about valley periods for hotels and shoulder season and lean season, but Hanoi is going very strong, so we really have no lean period to talk about because the demand both from leisure and for corporate travelers is very high. I think the only period that I would say is a bit of a shoulder period is during the Tet holidays for like a week. But otherwise, we've been witnessing all, like really high occupancies in high 80s and, early 90s through the year.
What are the things that you think your customers looking for when they choose their destinations of accommodations, and what are your targeted customers?
I think, today, the travel has become the norm. Now, business traveler means, they're traveling maybe 20, 25 times in a year, taking travel. And if you look at even leisure, people are traveling every time there is a break which is longer than 3 to 4 days, people are traveling. Now, when it comes to choosing accommodation, people are well traveled. That's what I'm trying to say. They are educated about means of travel. So I think the first and foremost thing they look at is reliability, assurance, and above all, safety. So this is, one of the prime reasons when I travel, I will always look at staying at a secure, safe place. And our target clients are, basically corporates. And these corporates are the ones who've been using our hotels.
So obviously hotels are preparing for the upcoming festive seasons, especially for the Tet holiday. And as you have mentioned, you also looking forward to some changes in the services and for the menus and food. And so customers pay really great attention to food and services. What are the things that you think are the criteria in order to address these issues?
I think, first of all, this is a great time of the year. We just finished the Christmas and New Year, which was a big festival across the globe. We are getting into Tet festival. And I think, today people are looking at holidays as one of the best opportunities to be with family. So let's just really be very clear that holidays means time with family. And we are gearing up everything close to it. Now for Tet holidays, Tet is, as you know very well, being a Vietnam, is a season of gifting, of meeting families. So we've got a range of Tet hampers that guests can choose from. And they are priced at different price points that can be, suitable to every market.
Serving the visitors' curiosity to learn about the culture of Tet holiday when traveling to Hanoi, a unique market space was held by Sofitel Legend Metropole Hanoi, reminiscent of the traditional New Year atmosphere with chung cake, red calligraphy parallel, tàu hair puppets, and folk art performances. This event has helped visitors to experience the true, joyful, festive atmosphere of Tet.
I actually think that the man next to me who made the cake had a wonderful shape, and I would have loved to have been able to get that shape, but I didn't quite get that shape. Yeah, he had a good technique for the shape. I didn't know about it before tonight. I love the idea that you cook with leaves here and in leaves. My expectation is that it'll be very delicious.
First of all, is we want to be a little bit different, right? So we want to open up the Metropole to the public and let them come into the grounds and see the beauty of the hotel, and also, to experience something just a little bit different. There aren't that many Tet markets which foreigners can come to, or even locals can come to in the city. So that's one reason. Another one is for our in-house guests. Obviously, for in-house guests, this is a rather special time of year. They may not know a lot about Tet, so it gives them the opportunity to experience some of the different elements of Tet.
Along with culture activities, the quality of services is another pivotal objective for hotels.
Khách sạn luôn luôn chú trọng một cái dịch vụ, đặc biệt là một khách sạn Nhật thì bọn mình luôn luôn chú trọng một cái dịch vụ là mình luôn nâng cấp và đảm bảo được các cái chất lượng trong phòng. Ví dụ như là bên mình thường đã nâng cấp toàn bộ các cái thảm, rèm, giường, găn, chăn, ga, gối đệm, cũng như là các cái từ những cái thiết bị rất là nhỏ ở trong phòng như là các nước gội đầu, nước tắm. Khách sạn cũng nhập toàn bộ là các cái từ những cái hãng thương hiệu để nhằm là đem đến cho khách hàng những cái sản phẩm nó tốt nhất.
The 2018 Lunar New Year is less than a month to come. All travel accommodation establishments have begun to decorating with a vivid Tet theme. Many hotels share that attracting customers to use their services is not as important as giving customers the reasons to return to Hanoi, remember about traditional Tet here, and continue to choose them. And for that constant effort, upgrades are needed each day.
So for the upcoming festivals, holidays, what are you looking forward to in order to give out some change? Will be change in services or facility?
I think that's a beautiful question, and I think, just a beautiful time that you asked this. First, I think, if you ask any Asian traveler, they will tell you, Hanoi is a food hub. It's a food destination. And I think one of the first things that I'm really focusing this year is to upgrade our food and beverage offerings. We have multiple restaurants. We got a restaurant that serves Korean cuisine. We've got an all-day dining which specializes in Vietnamese cuisine, but we do serve food from across the globe. We've got a beautiful coffee shop, a bar, and my idea is to bring a lot of authentic Vietnamese flavors into the hotel so that the international travelers within the hotel premises can enjoy that. Second is, people today are really looking forward to fresh food cooked in front of them. So we are bringing in a lot more live cooking into our hotel, and also we are doing food festivals from across the globe. So this year we plan to do a Korean food festival. We plan to do a festival which is from Southeast Asia, basically Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. We're looking at doing a food festival which is focused only on seafood. And I think that's what's going to bring a lot of experiences to our guests. In terms of renovating, we are a fairly new hotel. We've got fantastic room facility, very good meeting spaces. So we are focusing on upgrading our services and bringing a lot more soft touches into our services. So, you look at it, we have redone our uniforms, bringing the local Vietnamese, ao dai into our touch areas. We are looking at, adding a touch into a coffee shop, which is about, Vietnamese coffee. So we will be introducing single origin Vietnamese coffee. We are introducing the civet coffee. We are, of course, introducing the world famous Vietnamese coffee.
You are also a foreigner living in Hanoi. So as you may have known, our menu for the Tet holidays is abundant, especially those traditional food. So how do you choose your menu for the festive season?
I think, like I said, Hanoi is known for food, and it's a beautiful place because, your food is not limited to a certain kind of a meat, or it's not limited to, a certain kind of rice or noodle. It's a lot of variance, right, that you have. And, of course, we have a whole lot of variety of spring rolls. And, our menu will have a lot of these options, the spring rolls which are steamed, which are rice rolls, of course the deep fried one, which is my personal favorite. So I think, that's what we're going to look forward. And of course, people love bun cha, people love the Vietnamese hot dog. So this is all going to be on the menu during the Tet holidays. Then coming to the lunches and dinner during that, 5-day period, as you know, a lot of places in the city will be closed. A lot of single restaurants are closed, and that's why we want to make sure that people who are in the city still have a great dining experience. So we have kept all our outlets open. We will be running special Vietnamese Hanoian counters for people to have that feel, and we have kept a very clear agenda in mind. We will not overcrowd our restaurants. Even if we get a lot of demand, we have decided we'll cap the number of customers per day so that people can enjoy time with family, and it's a very relaxed environment.
With the high competitions in Hanoi currently, there are many complexes in terms of hotels, entertainment, and restaurants. How do your hotels still stand out with its own attractions?
I think I like to answer this in two parts. Given the size of city that Hanoi is and the amount of travelers that are coming in, I still think we don't have enough hotels in this city. So, there will be enough demand to fill up all the hotels. Then coming to us, I think, we have a very clear reputation of being one of the first internationally managed hotels which were purpose-built for guests. Second, we also believe people would like to experience the city. So we do have a lot of package offerings which allow them to experience the city and the culture. But the biggest thing that stands for us is the assurance that we will provide you safe, secure, international level of service, and our food hygiene is one of the highest. So I think that's what gets our repeat clientele, because they can be very, very relaxed when they come into our hotel.
Once again, thank you so much for all of your sharing today, and I hope the best for all of your plans at the hotel to become very successful, especially those during the festive season. That's the end of our program today. Thank you so much for watching us. For any questions and feedback, please email to sharingvietnam@netvietv.net. Thank you and see you again.